Someone from your family who is in heaven wants to tell you something serious about some money that you. Archangel Michael says, this message isn't just to be read. It is meant to shake your soul awake. A presence from heaven has waited long enough, and now the time has come to finally reveal the truth that has been hidden from you for years. What you thought was gone, what your heart aches over, is not just about money, but a legacy, a betrayal, and a spiritual inheritance. Someone from your family, who now watches you from heaven, has been crying for this moment to arrive. They've tried to reach you through dreams, through symbols, through overwhelming emotions that had no explanation. Now, at last, the channel has opened, and this message is the bridge between their voice and your understanding. There is a box, yes, a literal box, that was once in your family home. It was small, wooden, with markings that no one paid much attention to. It was handed to someone you trusted, and what was inside that box would have changed your entire life if only you had opened it. Tuck him in to get blessing 333. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $20. They want you to know the money didn't vanish. It was moved. Moved by someone whose name you've mentioned at dinner tables, someone you hugged thinking they were loyal, but who feared what would happen if you learned the truth. This person manipulated memories, tore out pages from an old diary, and even burned photographs to erase all traces. The money wasn't just paper currency. It was bonds, legal deeds, old savings passed down by your grant-earned, sealed in trust for you. This family member in heaven is shaking, spiritually urging you to be vigilant now. The person who intercepted the money still smiles in front of you, still speaks in warmth, but their thoughts are poisoned with secrets. Archangel Michael says, they are terrified you will find out because the paper trail still exists. Somewhere, tucked in an old file or beneath a drawer, there's a document with your name spelled wrong on purpose. They wanted to ensure you couldn't claim it, to delay the discovery, to run out the clock of your divine inheritance. Type Amen to get blessing 444. This loved one in heaven, your blood, your guardian, they are not at peace until you retrieve what is yours. They ask you to remember the day you felt your heart drop without reason. That day was no accident. It was the very moment the money changed hands and their spirit wept in sorrow. They watched your tears, they witnessed your struggle, and they never left your side. Every time you almost gave up, every time you questioned your worth, they tried to show you signs: coins on the floor, birds tapping on your window, cold breezes in still air. These weren't random moments. They were signals from the other side. You have felt surrounded by unfairness. Opportunities slipped through your fingers, and while others seemed to rise, you stayed stuck, but the blockage wasn't your fault. The promise was broken, the contract rewritten in secret. The inheritance you were meant to receive was paused, not erased. I pay meant to get blessing 777. Your spiritual protector is urging you now, go back to that old house or back to that conversation where someone tried to distract you. Rewind the memory. Replay the silence. In the gap between what was said and what was meant, lies the clue you missed. There is one woman connected to this. She is either a cousin or a close friend of the family, but she holds the thread. She heard something she wasn't supposed to and has kept it buried in guilt. She will either confess soon or try to pass the secret on to someone else so she no longer carries the burden. You may feel fear rising inside you, but this isn't a time to be afraid. This is your awakening. The inheritance wasn't just financial. It carried honor, land, family protection, and blessings that were meant to trickle into your life like sacred oil over time. That will stop. But now it will resume if you act. High payment to get blessing 121. You are being divinely guided to recover something greater than wealth. You are being led back into alignment with a future that was always meant to be golden. You were chosen for restoration. The blockages weren't just physical, they were spiritual, set in place by jealousy and fear of your rise. The person in heaven is someone you once held hands with. They were kind. You remember them laughing, were braiding your hair, were sharing their sweets with you. I gave you more than affection. I gave you a mission. And now, their soul is glowing with urgency to see you completed. Archangel Michael says, this is the hour you stop letting the enemy win. Or confusion. Or delay. No more being left out of what's yours. The documents are real, the money is still traceable. The lie was clever, but the divine light is now burning it down. Pipe amen to get blessing 555. There is an old key somewhere, either physical or symbolic. You will dream about it, you may even walk past it without knowing. But when you touch it, something inside you will tremble. That's when the heaven's gate to the truth opens. That's when your ancestors smiles. Your name is still written on the blessing, they never erased it fully. The ink may have faded on paper, but in heaven it glows brighter than ever. Your family member watches as justice begins to roll like thunder, and they are clapping with joy from beyond. This moment is sacred. This script is no coincidence. Heaven used every whisper of light to lead you to it. The person who is shaking now, who once smiled in your face, is beginning to feel the energy shift. Their hands will sweat. Their speech will change. They will avoid eye contact because the angels are pressing down now. Type amen to get blessing 800 ADA. You will begin to see flashes of memory, sudden dreams, feelings of déjà vu in places you haven't visited in years. These are portals opening. Your ancestor is showing you the locations, the names, and the symbols. Take notes, speak nothing until it's time. There's a bag involved, a dark bag or pouch, that carried something of value. It was hidden during a family visit long ago. A sibling or uncle may have pretended to help you during that moment. But they were shielding the truth. That bag is still around, buried in clutter or old storage. You will be guided to it. Do not rush. Follow your instincts. A voice will rise in your mind, not your own, but familiar. That's your loved one from heaven, helping you recover the treasure, not just the material, but the blessing that was tied to your bloodline for generations. Type amen to get blessing September 1999. They waited in NIFMS for you to unlock what was always yours. The money, yes, but more than that, the protection that came with it. A shield that was meant to guard you against betrayal, sickness, and sudden misfortunes was taken the day your inheritance was intercepted. The documents included more than financial assets. They carried divine promises that your family made with heaven. These covenants are spiritual and they are not destroyed by time, lies or fire. They can be reignited by awareness, truth, and your actions today. The woman who helped cover this up once loved you, but envy has a strange way of turning hearts cold. She didn't know the full damage her silence would cause, and now, she is haunted by dreams of you crying. That's your spirit calling out for justice and heaven is answering. Tap Amen to get blessing 313. The one in heaven has visited you in ways you didn't expect. The light flickering for no reason, your name being called in silence, a fragrance that reminded you of a forgotten time. These were not tricks of your mind. They were real, sacred signals. They urge you to listen now, closer than ever. They want you to know that not everything is lost, some of the blessings were delayed. Yes, but they are not cancelled. The money you're seeking is connected to land, to power, and to your next spiritual elevation. Here will be a call soon. A person will speak in broken truth, giving you half of the story, but you must not confront them yet. Wait. Let them believe you are still in the dark, and let the angels do the exposing. Type Amen to get blessing April 2024. You are going to receive something in writing, a note, an email, an old birthday card maybe. Inside that writing is a hidden clue. You must look beyond the obvious. The address or date mentioned may be the key to recovering where the money was redirected. Your family member in heaven had no choice but to wait. You weren't ready before, but now your spirit has matured, your strength has grown, and the time for reclaiming your truth has arrived. What once would have broken you, will now build your legacy. Archangel Michael says, the person who took what was yours thought they'd be safe forever. But they underestimated divine timing. They forgot that heaven always circles back, they forgot your name is marked for victory, not defeat. Type Amen to get blessing 535. This isn't about revenge, it's about restoration. Your ancestor is not asking you to fight with rage, but to walk in divine strategy. Heaven wants to place the crown back on your head that was spiritually knocked off when you lost what you didn't even know was yours. You are royalty in the spirit, and your wealth was meant to fund something bigger, something that would free you, inspire others, and fulfill your divine contract. That contract is still active, and the angels are ready to enforce it. Look out for a black envelope. It could come soon or be found in a place where old things are stored. What's inside it will break the silence of years, it may bring tears, but it will also bring your justice. Type Amen to get blessing 717. This person from heaven who loves you so deeply, they have been battling for you. Battling the delays, breaking the curses, and fighting to keep your spirit from crumbling under disappointment. You are not alone, their hands are still stretched toward you. They see how hard you tried, how you forgave even when you were bleeding, how you smiled when your soul was screaming. And now heaven has decided it is your time. The scale is tipping. The light is rising, you'll feel heat in your palms. You'll feel a weight lift from your back. That's the moment you must speak your family name aloud. That's when the spiritual chains begin to snap, one by one, in honor of your faith. Type Amen to get blessing June 1926. A letter was forged in your name. It changed everything. But heaven saw the moment it was signed. The person who wrote it is under divine investigation now. Their plans are cracking from the inside. They thought they buried it, but spiritual justice doesn't forget. You may feel dizzy reading this. That's not fear, it's energy shifting. The veil is lifting. Your dreams may become vivid over the next few days. Pay close attention. Keep paper nearby to write what you see. Your loved one in heaven is ready to tell you more. Archangel Michael says, they are walking beside you even now. The temperature may change around you, the lights may flicker again. They're reaching through every possible way to say, now is the moment. Don't give up. Don't let go. Type Amen to get blessing 919. There's a second location different from where you live now. A place with an old cabinet or a red cloth or something hidden behind a mirror. It may be your grandparents' home or somewhere your spirit has always felt strange. Go there. You'll be led. Inside, you may not find gold, but you will find proof, a letter and a certificate or a statement. You'll cry. You'll shake. But then you'll smile, because deep down, you always knew something didn't add up. The money wasn't lost, it was stored under someone else's name. But heaven is turning that table now. What was once theirs will be legally and spiritually realigned back to you. Type Amen to get blessing 232. The Spirit who watches over you is relieved this message reached you. They've waited through countless attempts, through whispered warnings, through broken dreams, to finally see your eyes open to the reality. You were never forsaken. You were never forgotten. The silence you've carried in your heart, the one that made you question why so many things went wrong, is beginning to break. Because now the source of the curse is being revealed, and the person who kept the money from you knows their time of hiding is ending. You will notice their behavior shift soon. They may avoid certain topics or suddenly want to reconnect after years of absence. That is not coincidence. It is guilt rising like smoke from the fire of buried truth. Type Amen to get blessing 414. There will be a paper trail. They weren't clever enough to destroy it all. The loved one in heaven says, follow the numbers. I will lead you. These may appear as dates or addresses or even on an old calendar left behind in a drawer. A number combination like 7-1-2 or 3-6-9 will repeat in your life. Don't dismiss them. When they show up, look around, take note, and trust the pull. Angels use sequences to guide you when the road is covered in shadows. The person who misdirected your inheritance once celebrated your downfall. But now, they are anxious. Because they know something's coming. A divine reversal that cannot be stopped. What was first will become last, and what was hidden will be placed in your hands. Type Amen to get blessing 131. The one who crossed you knows your heart. That's what made it easy for them to deceive you. But they forgot, you also carry divine fire. Your soul was chosen for a bigger legacy, and this moment is not your destruction. It is your rebirth. Heaven is preparing someone to help you. This person may appear suddenly, a stranger with unexpected knowledge. They will offer insight, ask strange but helpful questions, or hand you something you didn't even know you needed. That is your sign. Your spiritual ally in heaven has opened a door for legal intervention. A lawyer or government worker is unknowingly about to uncover something big on your behalf. Documents will be flagged, accounts will be reviewed, and your name will reappear in the right place. Pop Amen to get blessing 808. Archangel Michael says, "You have cried enough. You have waited in silence long enough. The shaking that is happening now is heaven's confirmation that the lie is ended. Someone from the shadows is about to be publicly exposed. You were supposed to receive a check once, long ago. It was diverted, routed through a 4D signature, but the copy was kept. And the person who has it is tired of holding the burden. They will give it up soon through guilt or through divine predator. You may feel like you don't have the strength to face this, but your ancestor believes in you. They say, you were born for this battle. You are the one who will break the curse, recover the truth, and build something holy from the ruins." Type Amen to get blessing 919. There is a small trinket you once held as a child, maybe a coin, a necklace, or a ring. You forgot about it, but it wasn't just jewelry. It was the key to your spiritual inheritance. That item is linked to the one who left the blessing for you. They loved you more than anyone else did. Your soul still cries when you cry. And now, they are lifting you above the lies, above the loss, into a place where light exposes all shadows. Stay alert. Don't ignore your instincts from now on. The false one will soon make a mistake, a call made too early, a name spoken they didn't mean to say. That will be your confirmation. From there, begin your journey back into the inheritance. Type Amen to get blessing 636. This story isn't just about what was stolen, it's about what you're about to become. You're not just a survivor, you're an heir, you're a spiritual warrior reclaiming divine wealth, family truth, and future blessing that was almost erased. The blessing was written with your spirit's signature and no one can copy that. No one can cancel it. They tried, but heaven's seal is stronger than human schemes. The time for recovery has arrived and every angel knows your name now. Your ancestor's voice will come to you in a dream clearer than ever. They'll show you a face, a house, or an item. When you see it, write it down. Don't second guess it. That's not your imagination, that's a spiritual transfer in motion. I pay meant to get blessing 757. They are proud of you. Proud that you didn't break. Proud that your heart stayed soft in a world that hardened others, and now the divine vault is a-locking. What you were meant to carry is returning to you, bigger, brighter, bolder than before. And when it does, you will feel it in your body. You will feel heat, chills, tears. A peace will wash over you. That's not just relief, that's your soul remembering what it feels like to be whole again. The person who stole from you as days left before truth overtakes them. And you, chosen one, are walking into a season where every blocked door opens. Every silence will sing your name, and your family in heaven will finally rest. Type Amen to get blessing 1001. They are watching you right now, not in judgment, but in awe. Because even with the weight of betrayal pressing on your shoulders, you stood tall. Even when the ones you trusted twisted the truth, you kept your soul clean. And heaven has recorded every silent tear, every quiet prayer, every moment you stayed kind in a cruel world. The one in heaven who's been trying to reach you, they remember the promise they made before they left. They swore to protect you, to bless you, to make sure you were never left empty-handed. But when they saw someone else intercept what was rightfully yours, they had to wait until now. The spiritual door is open wide now and no one can close it. The money, the name, the papers, all that was denied is returning like a wave. You don't need to beg or plead, just stand and receive. Type Amen to get blessing January 1944. They want you to go to a place connected to your childhood. It could be a town, a park, a family home, even if it's no longer owned by you. There's a piece of you still spiritually tied there, the trace of your inheritance energy is still waiting to be claimed. Someone is keeping a secret about a safe deposit box. That box was meant to hold valuable belongings, bonds, photos, maybe even the original will. You were never told about it, but your name is linked to it spiritually and legally, and the trail is about to emerge. The loved one in heaven says, "Do not be afraid when you feel angry, that anger is sacred. That energy is divine. Use it to rise, not to destroy, but to walk into the truth with boldness." Type Amen to get blessing 1555. Archangel Michael says, "The heavens are sending warrior angels to clear the path for you. These angels are already working in the background, blocking those who try to mislead you again, confusing those who try to erase the evidence. You will feel their presence soon. Do not be surprised if your electronics act strange, if lights flicker, or if you keep waking up between 3 and 5 a.m. That is not a coincidence. That's when the spiritual veil is thin and the loved one in heaven finds it easiest to reach you. You will know you are getting closer when people start randomly mentioning old events, forgotten relatives, or old sayings that remind you of the past. Pay attention to everything. Nothing from now on will be random. Type Amen to get blessing 1666. They want you to revisit an old conversation, something said long ago, maybe dismissed, maybe whispered behind your back. That sentence holds the code. The moment you remember it fully, the energy of inheritance will start to return to you. You'll notice changes in your body. Sudden tiredness followed by waves of energy. Is your spirit adjusting to the weight of truth returning to you? Your ancestor is near. You are not imagining it. They are breathing life back into your destiny. A drawer, a cabinet, a closet, there's something inside that hasn't been touched in years, it belongs to you. Look carefully. You'll feel it before you even see it. And when you open it, something inside you will unlock too. Type Amen to get blessing 1777. This is the beginning of divine compensation. You will not only receive what was taken, you will receive double. For the paying, for the years, for the lies. Heaven is just, and your bloodline is being cleansed of generational betrayal through your obedience today. You were chosen to carry the torch forward. The person in heaven couldn't do it all, but they chose you to finish what they started. They believe in you. They are proud of you. And now, they walk beside you stronger than ever. This isn't about revenge, it's about reclaiming, about restoring what was stolen in silence, about bringing justice into the light without violence but with sacred fire. Tap Amen to get blessing 1888. Now, prepare yourself. Over the next few days, expect a strange dream. It may start as a memory and shift into something symbolic. Trust it, it will carry names, numbers, directions. Write everything down. A dream will open the vault. You'll begin to feel different. You'll walk lighter, you'll speak with authority. You'll notice people reacting differently to your energy. That's because heaven has already begun dressing you in your rightful spiritual robes. This is your inheritance season. This is your bloodline being realigned. This is your name being written back into what was meant to be your blessing all along. Type Amen to get blessing 1999. If you wish to express your support further, your story doesn't end with loss. It begins now with restoration.